All right. You never know, you know what I'm saying? You never know, you're gonna get something good, you know what I'm saying?
You never know, man. You never know.
I want to get a little song going, you know what I mean?
All right, cool.
Working out the kinks, man. My first guest.
This your first interview, or?
Can you hear me good, or should I use that phone?
It don't matter. I'm using headphones because Nicole, she working in the living room.
Oh, okay. I don't know what I'm doing, man. I think I need a producer or something. How you been, man? This how's everything going on with everything that's going on? What you doing? I know you missed.
I'm holding up. You know, I'm holding up, man. I'm adjusting. I'm doing all I'm doing all I can to stay sane. This is nothing new. This is pretty much me when I'm not working. I'm always quarantined, not doing shit. I'm just mad because I'm not getting money at the same time. So the unemployment is helping with the relaxation.
Oh, you are collecting?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah.
I thought you were still out there doing the look at the boomerang.
Yeah, to them, throwing boomerangs is non-essential. So
now we know. Now we know.
Now we fucking know.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Are you doing a lot of like shows, like live shows? Because I know that's the new thing you do now, like this.
Actually, I am. I've been doing a lot of these little poetry open mics on IG Live. And yo, let me tell you something. When you're the only comedian among poets, there's a lot of pressure because these poets be making you make better life choices. Like they get so deep. Like I was watching one, and this dude, he did a poem, and he literally made people in the comments cry. Like they were saying, I have tears in my eyes right now.
No.
The dude hosting the live, he had tears coming out of his eyes. Dang. And then this is a poetry slam. And then the girl who was judging it, she got on and she was
oh my God.
I'm like, God damn. And then I have to
killing in poetry, no? That's killing. Everybody
that's crushing. It's beyond. So I get on, right?
Oh, fuck.
Now here's the thing with comedy and poetry. When it's heavy like that, you just can't jump in. You just can't dive in with comedy. You gotta let that settle in. You gotta it's like a good sauce on steak. You gotta let it marinate. You gotta let So I'm like, look, y'all need to give it up.
You cry too? I cry.
Yo, I like you just can't be comical because you gotta come in serious and then hit them with the misdirection. So you gotta be like, look, y'all need to clap it up because I know y'all feel that, because I need to let y'all know all artists are essential. Y'all poets, amazing. And let me tell you something. Y'all really know how to mess up a porn session. Like if I was jerking off, like I would let my hand go right there. And see, you keep them in it, you keep them in it, and then that's when you switch on. It's all about the timing.
Yeah. You gotta break it. You gotta like, wow, you took a chance.
I took a chance and just keep them there because they know I'm supposed to do comedy, but they know that they also know that I'm aware of the moment and what's happening.
Yeah.
And I let them know that I'm there with them. But now it's my time because now I gotta switch on. But
that's great.
Like with these open mics, I've been going hard the way I've been going on stage, like full energy, just straight in, just straight through, just kill it. And I see the reaction of the host, but it's the comments that I'm looking at.
Oh.
With the yeah, so people putting those like laughing, crying emojis on, and they like, yo, he mad funny, he mad funny. The first time I did it, I went live. It was like maybe, like, you know how you can see how many people are tuning in to the broadcast?
Well, I don't, but
so like on live, when you go live, there's a number in the corner that lets you know how many people are watching.
Okay.
So sometimes, like, if you don't have that many followers, the most you'll get is like 10, 15. But if you have a lot of followers and you have and you following people back, that number will go up to like 20, 30, 40.
Wow.
There was a live that was like 100. And I was doing
they're all
comedy.
interacting?
They're just watching, but they're commenting. Like YouTube comments. It's like real-time YouTube comments.
Right.
And I remember I got off, and they was like, yo, bro, you're fucking hilarious. From that one live, I did like 5-6 minutes. I got like 11 followers.
Wow.
Like in one shot.
That's great. Yo, that's a successful session right there.
Yeah.
Anytime you get 6 people out of anything, that's a good day. So
that's a good thing.
Yeah. No, great job, man. That's it. I myself, I haven't been able, you know.
I'm
I gotta make my own shows.
So that's what I do. Because on these, what I've noticed is you can reach people from different parts of the world through social media. And that's what I've seen. I've been meeting people from like UK. I've been meeting people from like South Africa, right? Because through these poetry open mics, and I'm meeting people like across the states, Indianapolis, Cali, some like Chicago. Yeah, so
that's great because you're like the comedian that they met while they were doing their stuff. You're like, they'll always remember you because they're like, that guy made me laugh. And when I was crying, you know?
And then, right. And, you know, and once we get out of this and say we do go do a show in these places, they be like, yo, you the comedian from the live. Yo, you mad. Yo, you funnier in like live, bro.
Like, I was giving you hearts.
So, yeah, that's what that is. So after that, people been hitting me up like crazy. Yo, they've been sending me other people's lives. Like, yo, you got to get on this live. Yo, you got to get on this live.
That's what's up, man. You got a roll going.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Shit. Congratulations, man. I did one in Spanish. And yeah. I fucked up. I should have made a better choice. Yeah.
What happened?
It was like the first 10 days of the coronavirus when it was like really got bad. I was sick. But this my man, he came from Puerto Rico to do my show. So I'm like, I gotta get up for this nigga. So I'm like, all right, I got up for it, set everything up. And as soon as I start, I got roommates. They start playing, like a minute ago, they start playing hip hop. I'm like, oh shit. So I have to run upstairs. Like, no, on my show. You know, I'm sick of the dog. So I come back down. Plus they're like, hey, hold on, mi gente. Hey. I tell one joke, my phone freezes. And I got it like on my, where you hang your clothes, like a closet thing. So I got to drag the whole closet. I'm trying to drag it towards the door for like a opening for Wi-Fi. I don't know what I'm doing, man. And then when I finally got back on, the selfie stick starts sliding down. So I did my shows on my show on my knees. Like, you know, I'm like,
that's commitment though. That's commitment. Damn.
Yeah. Stick. So yeah, you gotta love it. But I'm like, I'll pick my battles wisely now. You know what I mean? Because this is all new to me. You know, I'm a 50-year-old dude. Even this is the first time I'm like, hey, I'm using the computer for something besides porn. I'm like, wow. I made strides. You know, I made tremendous strides.
Good.
Let me start editing in this bitch and doing all that shit. You guys are in trouble. I think,
well, at least,
why is Tino flying?
well, look, at least I can say this. A lot of us are going to be prepared to do live shows. Like, we'll have no problem. If we're doing this on live from our phones, when we're getting to a live studio, we're going to be like, oh, it's just a bigger iPhone or a bigger laptop. That's all this is.
That's it. I'm just not using my hand, you know what I mean? This time it's just people doing it. People are my iPhone.
Oh my God.
That's next level stuff there, man. So so Graham, man, I didn't even tell you the name, man. I didn't even introduce you. That's how new I am at this shit. You know, this guy here, you know, very talented. Rashad Bashir, man. He has like runs shows all over.
I like how you look around like people are actually there. Like, they're supposed to be home, social distance, and you like, hey, look, this is my friend right here. Hey, this is my friend right
here. I think I lost my mind, brother. I see people. After a while, man, you gotta create your own characters. You gotta, like, you know, bring your own world here. And to me, people are here. They
all right, cool.
Dancing. They're going, go Tino, go Tino, go Tino. It's just me and the echo, but you know, it's just you're just trying to survive these times, and you know, get out of my head, you know.
Yeah, man. I'm like me. I'm having a tough time trying to come up with shit because I always want to try to be original with my stuff.
Right.
And I'm just like, I want to do things, but I'm like, damn, somebody probably got that idea. Damn, somebody probably got that idea. So I'm always thinking about, like, I don't want to do that because it seems too it seems too cliche. The idea.
So your thing is to focus more on originality. That's like
right.
You want to be. Oh, okay, yeah, but yeah, I see with that. You know, I agree with you. You know, you want to feel like, no, this is new territory. That stuff must have been done or whatever.
Right.
But don't fully not give it a chance, because in your mind you feel someone must have been there, because you might be giving away some gold. Like, hey, shit, no, I thought of it.
Yeah,
an original idea. So
that's true. That's true.
As an artist, you know best. But I'm just saying, like, just be mindful of that. Like, just don't, you know, it's the old, like, you know, give it a chance. Just, you know, like, no, it's not gonna work or whatever. You're like, oh shit. Then you hear somebody doing, like, fuck, I dumped that shit. You know what I mean? So just have your file of, like, potential unoriginal, just in case. We run out of jokes, man, sometimes, you know what I mean? And you always want to, like, type back. Look at my wall, man. Look at my wall. Can you see my wall? Look at that. This is like, you never know. I got books galore, and now that I have time, I'm just going through stuff, because you could bring stuff back. You never know.
Those are all puns?
Huh? Oh shit. Yeah, well, that was the poem wall. That's the one that.
No, I said puns.
Yeah, those are puns, but like the ones that I show you, those are jokes. Those are the ones I gotta go through. So right now, because I put puns out there, I don't work on, like, the jokes. I'm like, all right. I write down ideas like, when we get back, yo, this joke gonna be great. But you know, right now it's just like in my head. I'm always writing ideas down, man. Like, in my mind, when I go back, yo, I'm gonna be the funniest motherfucker. People are gonna be sorry they didn't book me. You know, I'm even thinking of going to the Comedy Cellar. Like, yo, no, I was past here before this shit happened. Yeah, you know what I mean? And then get a chance, and then kill, and I'm gonna get arrested, ain't I?
My thing is, every good comic, every polished comic, or, you know,
that's key,
should come out of this with at least an hour and a half of new material. At least. I'm still I'm still barely at 45.
Oh, shit.
But I could get a good 30.
Yeah.
I could give a good 30.
Yeah. I think I'm there too. I think I'm in the 30, 40s. Because there's been, to have 2 months to like write shit and have the ideas and like what's happening that's funny now.
Mm.
I can't tell you how many fights I've had with my roommates over the coronavirus.
Fights?
Yeah, like physical fight. Like when it first started, the innocence, I came in one time and, you walk in, I had bags in my hand and I'm like, because the kitchen is like, as soon as you walk in, the kitchen is there. So I walked in and when the heat hits you? So I went,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Before I could cover my head, I'm like, yo, what the fuck you doing, nigga? What the fuck, Corona? And they're like, yo, what the fuck you coming at me for like that? You know what I'm saying? I just walked in. They like, what? Nigga, fuck you.
What?
We needed the other roommate to come in and like, yo, fellas, stop. Like, no, this nigga got Corona. I'm like, all right, damn.
Oh my God.
So I took a Corona ass whipping before.
Oh my goodness.
But I beat the shit out of him though.
Yeah, I'm like, shit, you better had.
He was young. I had to go, you know what I mean?
he on that young dumb shit. Like
Yeah. So we went at it, man. I mean, we've overcome it because when you're forced to living together like that, you have to kind of like the give and take and the like, because we survived the peak of that shit. Like,
yeah.
I mean, it wasn't easy because I live with two guys that are essential. They have to go out.
Right.
One works in the hospital and one works at the Port Authority. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. So when the shit was happening, my my anxiety was at an all-time high. I'm like, this niggas could bring it any day. They could bring it. They could bring it.
Yeah.
I was like, did you shower? The mask, wear a mask on. So my paranoia, was at an all-time high, and they were not taking it as serious as I was because when it first came out, they were like, "Yo, if you're 50, if you're black, and if you're Latino," and I'm like, I just went to the basement and never came out again.
You hit the yeah. You definitely were in that criteria there. So
yeah, I couldn't go back out. I'm like, yo, there's too many things that could kill me out there. Like I got the trifecta of fucked up shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh my God. You are. Oh my God.
Yeah. That's why I haven't gone out. I quit 3 jobs. I was a super of the building. They wanted me to work at a liquor store. My boss, like at the liquor store, wanted me to come back, and I was a porter someplace else. I'm like, I'm sorry, because I'm like. And then when I got sick, I'm like, why am I gonna go back? I already got sick from it. So I'm like, yeah, I want more. Give me, I could beat.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna chance it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Don't chance it.
Yeah.
A lot of people saying what they would do after this is all over. They're gonna say, "Oh, where's the first place you gonna go?"
Mm-hmm.
Some people talk about they're gonna go out to the park. They're gonna go out, to the bar. I'm like, nigga, go to the hospital.
Get checked out.
Get checked out. You want to go to the club or the clinic? Nigga, I'm going to get some immunizations. Okay, yeah. I am getting a tetanus shot.
You're doing it right.
Because everybody that done got cleared is out already. So I know it's going to be a lot of room in the hospital at the ER. I'm like, look, let me just go in here and let me make sure I didn't have this shit. Everybody because they say if you're if you're asymptomatic, you can have it. So if you don't show no symptoms, you can still have the coronavirus.
Wow.
So my thing is,
I gotta Google that shit.
Yeah.
Asymptomatic?
Asymptomatic.
I hear that word, but I don't know what I mean. Asymptomatic.
So yeah, that means you don't show symptoms.
Don't show what?
You don't show any symptoms of having of having COVID-19, but you can still have it and pass it on, and you not even know.
Right. Okay, I got you.
So that's why I'm like, a lot of people need to go to the clinic and, you know, get whatever, you know, shots they need, whatever medicine.
Oh, yeah. Just because you didn't have the symptoms doesn't mean like, I'm in the clear, back to normal.
Right.
Follow through and get checked out, go see a doctor.
And that's what people are not getting. This is why I watch the news, even though it's depressing as fuck.
Right.
It's depressing as fuck, but
I know.
They're giving the news is giving some information as far as what to look out for, what's happening now, because it is evolving. It is evolving.
Right.
And I'm always getting these little news pings on my phone as far as, new information about, you know, symptoms to be aware of. Your toes turn red. I was like, wait a minute.
Oh no, not the toes.
Yeah, patent leather Jordans, they give you an allergic reaction. I was like, all the niggas in Harlem are dead.
You gotta stay tuned for the latest, huh?
Yeah, Timberlands is the new coronavirus. I'm like, shit, everybody, all black people in America,
I know,
in New York, gonna be fucked up.
Shit, think not. I mean, that's why I don't go outside, because I hear like, well, I guess they moved on, because I heard the latest in the news is like in Washington, is somewhere else, another town like Boston, when it's really, really bad. So I'm like, we cool out here, shit, yeah. My homies want to do barbecues and all that. I'm like, barbecue?
No.
Yeah. I even told them, like, what if the coronavirus in the air? I don't want coronavirus in my burger. You know what I mean? Like, wait till the shit clear. I know that because the weather's getting hot, so people are like, "Hey, back to normal." Yeah, sure. You know what I mean?
Just because the sun is out don't mean corona ain't out. Like, come on.
Yeah, no, people like they really think like it's done. I think the nice weather and, you know, getting a little, like some towns like lifting the ban on going outside. Because some towns, you know, like Florida and all of them, they got like, okay, you just gotta keep 6 inches apart. Like the restaurants are just like half the restaurant. You know what I mean? Like not the same amount of table. So yeah, so they have a system now where like they're opening everything, restaurants, malls, and everything. But they're trying to establish a system where people stay, you know, distance. You know, but and that's actually like by law. Like they got cops out there looking out for that.
Yeah.
So we're living in a different world right now. So I don't know what normal is going to be like when it's all said and done.
So speaking of cops, these motherfuckers are bugged the fuck out. Like, they think just because people are supposed to be inside and protecting themselves, everybody is a threat now. Now they going overboard with the brutality. No. Did you see that video of the police officer in the Bronx? There's a video going around. There's a police officer, and they in the Bronx, and they arrested one person, and it's like, it's this big burly cop too. So somebody is walking across the street. There's some dude walking across the street, and he telling him to back up, like, and don't flex. Like, he took his stun gun out, and he was like, yo, back the fuck up. He was like, tell him back the fuck up. And the cop keep going toward the dude, and he's like, yo, don't flex, you ain't tough. Don't flex. And out of nowhere.
He was just tight, like flex, like what?
Not like he was telling him, like, don't be tough or nothing like that. So what happened was, I don't know how it happened. I guess dude said something to the cop, and the cop just like pulled him down to the ground, just started smacking the shit out of him.
Wow.
Started just smacking him. Then he put he got him onto the ground, and it was like punching him in his rib, punching the dude in his rib. Dude didn't even do nothing.
Wow.
And he put his cops do this thing where they put the knee on the suspect's neck and hold him down to the ground.
Yeah. That hurts, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, so you've experienced this before?
Oh, unfortunately.
So this dude is literally, this cop is like literally 300 plus pounds.
Wow.
You can see that he's at least 300 plus pounds, and he's got that amount of force on this dude's neck.
Wow. The kid survived that shit to his neck.
Yeah, and I don't like I'm like, where are the cops for the cops? Why do you think they never have a division to keep corrupt cops in check? Because they put out a report that there have been lawsuits filed against this same officer, like lawsuits of like $50,000, $75,000.
Wow.
And they show that those cases were won.
Wow.
And they won for greater amounts, like 100,000, 150,000. So I'm like, this dude is literally getting sued by people and losing, and they still keeping him on the force.
What the fuck? Must be that drug money that you get from the corruption. Just give him $5 million of it. That's it. But he must be really viable. I don't know.
I don't know what it is, but there needs to be cops for the cops.
Right.
Because this whole thing is a fraternity.
Right.
This police force is a fraternity, and cops look out for their own. But there's got to be some police officers that be like, this shit ain't right. Because
good luck
they got this whole thing where everybody is a suspect.
Right.
That's the mentality of any police force. Everybody's a suspect. Your grandmother, the oldest person can be a suspect.
Right.
But what about y'all? Y'all are suspect. Y'all are bullies with badges.
Right. Man.
Y'all are bullies with badges.
Yeah.
Don't talk about I uphold the law. No, motherfucker, you abuse the law.
No,
you abuse that's an abuse of power. And there needs to be a power check there needs to be a power check that comes from within your fraternity.
True. Very true.
And I feel like that would decrease the amount. I think it would help with assessing situations as far as with it would help assess situations between cops and civilians.
Oh yeah.
It's sort of like a mediator.
Right.
Sort of like a mediator in the situation.
Yeah. They have they have kind of those, mediators or whatever, but when shit hit the fan, which side they really take, because
right.
Like you said, it's a fraternity, and you could just go against it so far without there being repercussions. So,
but also that goes to my other point, is the entitlement of people, because even though we are trying to protect our minorities, our brown brothers and sisters, at the same time, you can't walk there are those that be doing some corrupt shit.
Yeah.
There are those that, and we see it.
Yeah.
But a lot of us are speak because we don't want that title of snitch.
Right.
And that's the double-edged sword right there.
Damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Exactly.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that subject is really, that just kind of like, because you live it. You know what I mean? As a black man in America, you know, I can speak all the Spanish that I want when I hit the streets or whatever. It's like, you know, it's like, oh.
Yeah.
Sometimes the Spanish saves me. For the most part, no. I still end up in you know, going through the system. Yeah, it's weird because I've, you know, I think my locked up days are over. I think it's official.
Yeah. Not officially.
Knock on wood, knock on wood. I like to think because I'm like, I don't want to be 50 in there, man. Come on.
Look, it don't matter.
What
50, 80.
Wow.
There's men in jail that have been in there since the 30s and the 40s.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, but well, you can't go in there in your 50s. It's like, damn, you gonna die in there? You know what I mean? Like, plus, I've never been a fan. You know, you see my character. I cry too easy to be going to jail. There was one time where I didn't get arrested. I got taken in. You know what I mean? I was in a holding cell, and it was like time to make that phone call or whatever. And of course, I was on my way to my mother. There was something birthday happening. With, you know, I was not supposed to get arrested, but I did. And when I called the house to tell like my sister that I wasn't gonna make it,
yeah,
you know, and like before home, I just said like, and tell mom I love her. So you know when you say shit about your mom,
yeah,
like I got a lump in the throat, like
you got a lump.
Tears are like about to come out, so, and they're about to take me to a cell, and niggas like, yo, see you know, and I'm coming back with like, can they just find a corner, you know what I mean? So I went to a corner and cried. So I'm like, and that was when I was 45. So I'm like, I'll be.
Oh damn.
So I think I'm done.
Yo, I damn near choked up when 3 cops came up on me because I hopped a turnstile. I was like,
oh shit.
But it's that innate fear. It is that innate fear of the police.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It is.
What happened? Is it not good for you?
It's not, especially it's literally. It feels almost like PTSD.
Yeah.
Like you lose your fucking mind when you see a cop approach you, and you know you ain't do shit because you know they can fuck with you.
Yeah, I think that's like that's in the genes, you know, kind of like you're born with it, like you know, like you're a baby, like you scared of the cops, okay? Be scared of the cops. It's just.
There should be a law that every civilian should record every conversation that they have with a police officer, because we don't know what they can be talking about and want to fuck with someone, because they don't never be turning their cameras on at the right time. At the right time, they should be going live every day. Live should be for the police, because. Y'all need to be
film everything you do.
Zoom every fucking thing you do.
Yeah.
Because
some of this shit is the baton. Start recording.
As soon as you touch your gun, that's when you should be broadcasted to the world. There should be a screen in the sky. Just everybody look. Oh, that shit happened on 125th. Okay, somebody getting their ass beat in the Bronx. Okay, all right, yeah. He ain't do shit, and then that's how.
I think it's gonna get there one day. Technology's moving in that direction. Oh man, but yeah, man. So to lighten the mood, because I know this is a sensitive.
I know
subject.
this is
you want to like tough. You know, Black in America and all that, but you're so talented that I want to kind of like ask you something else, because you're great. Right. You're great with characters, man. You know what I mean? You're like the best out there doing characters, and that is just part of your act. I know you do your real shit, but when you do a character, oh man, it's memorable, because the passion that you put behind it. Like you want to give the folks a little bit, like, what are your favorite characters that you're doing these days?
Oh man,
is there a coronavirus man? I saw your video with Mr. Ventilator Man.
The ventilator, yes.
You know, it's pretty funny.
That is so. I love like comic books and superhero stuff. I love cartoons and like I used to take martial arts for like 7 years. I did Taekwondo.
Oh shit!
And that
But
was
you
like,
black? No, sorry.
yeah, Bruce Leroy.
Bruce Leroy.
But you got that glow. If you got that glow, your power strong. If you don't let go.
Wow. Great movie.
Oh man, that's my shit right there, man.
That's my shit too. I didn't even know English and I was following every word. How can you miss it? I am the master.
So it's like, I love playing like superhero characters and stuff like that. I'm a nerd. I'm not ashamed to say it. I love
You're like a talented Urkel, right?
I've always wanted to do that stuff, and that the movie that I did, And There Were Four, when I played like the shapeshifter.
I never saw that shit.
Yeah, man. If you look, you gotta do it, man.
Yeah. Listen, I'm up on technology. I can watch everything now.
Okay, so
please send it to me or let me know where I can get it. Or let them know.
I'm gonna put it in I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay.
So you can watch it.
Yeah, but say just in case, because it's going pretty good, man. This is gonna be pretty awesome. So just still the viewers.
Yeah, it's called And There Were Four.
People want to know, man. People want to know. Hey, people want to know his information.
Yeah. So
from Rashad to Bashir, And There Were Four on Amazon Prime. Oh. I thought it was a computer notice. I'm like, yo, this is Amazon one. There's the Amazon delivery.
And There Were Four on Amazon Prime.
If there were four.
Check it out. It's my debut as a anti-hero. Because my character, he's not, so anti-hero, they're neither good nor bad. They can go either way, depending on the situation.
Okay.
And depending on, the financial circumstances.
Oh shit! How much you got on this hero?
Yeah, so if somebody and depending on how I'm feeling about the situation, I'm all about me. An anti-hero is all about them.
Mm-hmm.
So, if good guys or bad guys come to me with a proposition, I'm like, what's in it for me personally?
Mm-hmm.
If it's something in it for me personally, I'll do it.
Right.
And depending on what it is, it'll have questions on my morals.
On your what? What's the last word?
It'll have it'll question my morality.
Oh, okay. The morals, okay.
Right, my morals. So if the bad guys
come to me with a
proposition,
always wanting to be the superhero because you're good, right? You're a hero.
Right.
All right. So okay.
But if I was to play the villain, and this is something I'm talking to you about, I never even talked to my director about
it. Thank you.
I've never talked to anybody about this. If I was the villain, I would do a lot of the typical bad shit,
Yeah.
Like I would want to be ruthless. I would want to people would want to be like, yo, Rashad, we don't fuck with you in real life after that shit. Like,
what you did to that baby, yo, we can't fuck with you.
Yo. But
what you thinking? Like what? Give us an example. what villain Rashad would do? Villain, yeah. What would be like one thing? Cause
I would give white people
a good guy. So it's like, what's your dark side?
I would give white people all black people secrets. Like, this is how you play spades. Like that would be. This is how you make fried chicken. Here's the recipe.
Gonna give it all up.
Here's the recipe for potato salad. Fuck them raisins. Get that shit out of there. Relish, bitch. Relish. Mustard. Get that fucking mayonnaise out of here. Just a little bit of mayonnaise. That's it. Bitch, collard greens. They're not supposed to be hard. They're supposed to be a little soggy. Put the neck bones in it. Put the hot sauce.
Wow. You heard it here first, guys.
Black eyed peas, bitch, not kale. Get that shit out of here. Uncle Ben's
stick
rice.
To the band. You guys stick to the band, black eyed peas, all
Uncle
right?
Ben's rice, not quinoa, bitch. Get that out of here. No.
Wow. So I think you have white friends, I take it.
That's the kind of villain I'll be. And I'm like, white girls, this is how you get a fat ass. Because once you break down the black man, then you can really get to the root.
Yeah.
White women with fat asses, oh my God, that is, woo.
That's already a black man's kryptonite.
Oh my God. And she can cook.
Oh boy. Oh. All right. Vote for Rashad. for villain Rashad.
Oh man.
That was not bad, but hey, cool, man. I like, that's different. You know what I mean? Shit.
So
that needs to be done for some reason.
What?
Villain or not, that just needs to be fucking done. Just to have black friends. Just do that shit.
But, oh my God.
Yeah, they gotta learn. But also, man, speaking of characters, what about Stephen A, man? You got him in the closet? What you been doing, Stephen A? Because I know there's no sports out right now. But.
I know, and I really need to work on my Stephen A. A lot better. Like, I notice, but my voice is getting deeper.
Right.
His voice is deep if he's talking low.
Right.
But when he talks in a higher timbre, his voice gets...
Give us an example.
He said, because I know there's a couple of folks that are out there and you're not wearing your mask or anything. Yeah. But here's my point. You old people, first of all you old people out there that are walking around without their mask. The mask is right here. Your nose is here. The mask is right here. And you're out there coughing with your tongue out. Do me a favor. You got to stay off the street.
Let me give you the first applause to this shit, bro. You get the first applause with reactions. Yeah. Yo, good shit, man.
I've been doing Paul Mooney.
See, to you artists, you guys are like, I'm rusted, I haven't been doing shit with it or whatever, but to us that just a fan or whatever, like you could just sneeze in that fucking in Stephen A. and we fucking dying because it's like this shit is funny. It's funny. That one right there. I gotta send you a clip of that one. You gotta send them. You gotta
send me that. Send me that. The one that I really want to do is Paul Mooney, but I can only do that for people 30 and older.
Oh.
Because the younger generation don't know who he is.
I got you.
So I saved the Paul Mooney for people in their 40s and older.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's nice.
Some people say, first of all, what I need to let you know, that white folks have been social distancing themselves for years. Nigga, it's called gentrification. They've been trying to social distance black folks from their apartments, from their neighborhoods. That is no. Look, Martha Stewart has been preaching about social distance on all of her cook shows. Wake up, nigga.
Yo.
I want to send that to Ari Spears and to Godfrey. Send me that clip.
Yeah, I will. I will.
No, Tino, it's true. These niggas need to know that they're not the only ones
Oh, that's the competition?
And everyone. Huh?
That's the competition? They do them too? I never seen their rendition.
So, like, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you the top 4 best impressionists with multiple impressions.
Okay.
Is Ari Spears.
Yeah. Agree.
Godfrey.
Yeah.
Jay Farrow. And Affion Crockett.
I don't know that name. Affion Crockett?
Affion Crockett. He was on.
I'll look him up.
Yeah.
But yeah, those your favorites?
Affion. Yeah, so those are my top 4.
Mm-hmm. Wow. What makes them special? They become the character fully, like how you do it?
Nah, I'm gonna tell you the best one to me is Godfrey. Because he does the greatest Richard Pryor I have ever seen. He does the only Richard Pryor I've ever seen. Godfrey just recently did Whoopi Goldberg. I was like, what the fuck?
Wow.
When you can do shit like that,
right.
That is unbelievable. He did Whoopi Goldberg.
That's an icon. That's Whoopi. That's Color Purple.
and he does us like his Steve Harvey is dope too.
Yeah. God damn it. I gotta watch him now. Tonight
I can impersonators impersonating a celebrity. Like, see, I can, like, I'm your man, Steve Harvey, and this is Family Feud. Look, man, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, okay? What your ass say? Hey, man, you got to buy some of my suits right here, the Steve Harvey line. We going to be right back, folks. This is the Steve Harvey Show. We'll be back in a minute. I don't know if that was good or not.
Yeah, you kind of got his mouth, like, too. Like, it's like, because it's about lips. You got to have lips to do him.
Yeah.
So just
see, I can't
put
do
the pork chops out there more.
And I got a gap in my teeth, right?
Yeah. No, that's great, man. That's great. Yeah. Once you blow up, that's going to be your thing right there. I see that shit on Billboard.
I got to work on it.
What? Oh, Steve?
Now, there's one that I do. Huh?
You got to work on Steve?
Yeah.
You know why? Because, like, we're not used to hearing him being mimicked, you know what I'm saying? Like, impressions of him, like, because he's usually the one doing them. So it's like, oh, shit. This is new. I've never heard of Steven, I never heard.
Steve Harvey.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, shit, he's doing Steve Harvey. So it takes you a minute to, like, okay, Steve Harvey, the mouth. You got to think about him because he's not oftenly.
First of all, what I need to say about Steve Harvey, that nigga needs to cut his mustache. Steve Harvey, you're 70 years old. Stop. Put the gray in your mustache. That's all I'm saying.
That's great. You gotta, all that's gotta be done where you.
I'm gonna tell you one that I do that a lot of people don't do. I do too because I try to do impressions that match the timbre of my voice.
Right.
I do Liam Neeson from Take It.
I just saw that movie.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have much tissue. What I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills that I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you sell me your Puro now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will sleep.
Yay! Yo, these are good. These are good. All you gotta know is like the movie and the character. Whammo. You know what I mean?
Optimus Prime is easy for me.
In his prime?
Optimus Prime, the Transformers, from the
Yeah.
Transformers.
Oh, okay. I don't watch the cartoons too much
I
anymore.
am Optimus Prime. I am the leader of the Autobots on the planet Cybertron. We are here on Earth looking for the savage Allspark. One thought shall rise, the other shall fall.
Yeah. That one is good
Autobots, let's roll out.
Yo, that one is good because that's Marvel, right? One of the Marvel characters.
No! Transformers.
Oh, Transformers. Oh, shit. I thought you was doing one of the Marvel characters. See?
No, Optimus Prime from the Transformers.
Okay. See, I had so many characters because I don't follow it. So I get a particular character. I'm like, that was that guy. Oh, that was
that is comic book racism right there. That is comicsism.
I'm like, who changed into a car? Who changed into a car? You know what I mean?
Yeah, didn't he fight Superman? No, goddammit, no.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I never made the transition from like watching like old super like Batman and Superman and like Aquaman. I haven't gotten into the new ones.
Oh my goodness. Now, I'm gonna ask you something. Do you remember this cartoon called Gargoyles from the 90s?
Yeah, the Gargoyles. Yeah.
Now, I've been doing Goliath.
The Lion?
Goliath, the leader, the main dude. 1,000 years ago, Superstition in the sword room. It was a time of darkness. It was a world of fear. It was the age of Stone by day, warriors by night.
Oh my God. We got to get you on the show where you can just do that, man. For like the old heads, they're going to love that shit. So you can do Skeletor too? You can do Skeletor, right? He-Man?
He-Man.
Huh?
I can't. I gotta listen to Skeletor.
Yeah. Well, he has that similar voice, that similar stuff. You'd rock him. But yeah,
see,
man.
They've been showing me Skeletor in the commercials and stuff, where his voice is like really high pitched.
Oh yeah, they clowning him now.
Yeah, they clowning him now.
He used to scare us back in the day.
So I like I watch a lot of cartoons, so I can like pick up like
mannerisms and voices.
Like mannerisms, like voices.
Right.
So that might also be my thing.
Yeah. Voiceover.
As a matter of fact, there's an app. See, I got an iPhone 11 now, so I can download as many apps as I want to.
Wow. You gotta do like me. I don't really need WhatsApp. Get out of here, WhatsApp. Yeah? I'm not even DJ no more. Get out of here. I gotta delete. You've been there. Delete the app to add an app.
And delete the app to add an app when that little your storage is running out. That little circle in the corner.
Yes. Yes, been there. Well, I'm there. So yeah, I haven't upgraded, man. I'm like, nah, I don't got $800 right now. and I got kids, so I'll never have $800.
Oh my God.
I got kids and I pay for pussy. I'm done.
Oh, you need to get your life together. Are you getting unemployment at least?
No, I'm fucking with the welfare right now. I mean,
okay.
Nothing.
Oh my God.
You might have to edit that one out. Like, oh, that's what you're doing with the money, huh? That's what you're doing.
Hilarious.
Yeah,
but like me, I got an iPhone. This is my first iPhone.
Wow. And you went to 11? From nothing to 11. Shit.
From nothing to 11.
And you figured it out? You could follow it? No problem.
Yeah, it's pretty much like because I knew my way around an iPhone before. If I had my girl's iPhone, I was going.
Okay.
And I've been on her tablet, so editing stuff, editing video. That's how I edited the ventilator.
Oh yeah. Okay. So you're technically inclined or some shit like that.
Yes, technically inclined. Yes.
You're not a dumbass.
No. I'm not you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
All right, this is the first down. Do I have a down button? Nah. You gotta give it up. You gotta give it up when they get it. You gotta give it up. But yeah. I'm just figuring things out. Like to be doing this is like I just write. I still use paper. You know what I mean? So
Me too. Like I've been writing like pages and pages of just stuff. Like whatever I do on those live Instagram open mics. I just basically write it down and I do it there and I do it like I'm not even trying it out.
Right. Okay, so you have structure. You always gotta have structure.
It's structured, but it's basically I write it out the way I'm just saying it, like spitballing it, and it comes out funny because I'm giving it energy.
Right.
The tough thing is I've been doing these little Zoom open mics.
Mm-hmm.
And these Zoom open mics are just as bad as regular open mics. Wow. I'm like, this is what open mics should have been. We shouldn't be around other comedians. We should just be on a screen just talking to, because it's just like the same thing as a real open mic. You're talking to four walls and just somebody's just there on screen and you just ignoring them. Like
great.
Like
I guess it'd be better because then you could go shit. You go take a shit like fuck this guy.
Yeah, like that's the good thing. Like you could do a whole bunch of other shit.
Yeah.
And get other shit done when somebody else is on.
Get that bad feeling out your mouth. Like, oh yeah, very funny.
Yeah. Like me, I have to be around other black comedians in order for them to get my shit.
Right. Oh, okay.
Like when it's mostly white comedians, like one black comedian, the black comedian, the only one that's laughing because they know where I'm coming from with the shit.
Right.
And there's another white comedian that's laughing because they're trying to be polite, and they're laughing because I'm putting energy behind it. All the other comedians just looking at me like,
wow.
Yeah.
And you can see that.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
man.
How the fuck shit didn't change from being around you to being socially distant? Like,
right. Shit.
That's why when I do my open mics, I give full energy. I go all the way in.
Yeah.
I'm like, even when Harlem Nights was happening.
Yeah.
I would get up there and I'd be like, look, we uptown, we in Harlem. Fuck all that Creek in the Cave shit. Fuck that Grizzly Pear energy. Fuck that Lantern open mic energy. Bring it. Do your shit.
Yeah. That's a nice disclaimer. Don't bring that white shit here, please. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I mean, like, bad enough you here, so I'm just like, leave that white energy.
Yeah. I'm helping you out.
I'm a different kind of comic, man. Mm-hmm. I'm a different kind of comic. One thing that's been upsetting me is comedians saying, "Oh, it don't feel right doing a show. It feel different." Now, that's a good thing, and I'm not knocking them for that because I am the same way.
Okay.
My thing is you're given an excuse not to exhibit your art. Like me, this has helped me become a better writer. Because, I'm a physical comic. I do act outs.
Right.
I can't do act outs on camera. No. Like the most I would do is have to shake the camera and shit for an act out.
Yeah.
But what would the setup be? Yo, you ever been in an earthquake like this?
That was actually pretty funny. I'm sorry. Maybe I entertain either, but I liked it.
So
that could be a nice icebreaker.
So I've had to rely on, using, my voice and, my, inflections and facial expressions.
Right.
But also it helps if I'm on live and that person that's at the above screen, it helps with my timing because if this person can get my joke, then the next person next to me, I don't know, whoever's in the room, if there's more people,
right,
they'll either give the same reaction or they'll give like a better reaction, hopefully laughter.
Right.
So if you can hit one person with the reaction, maybe they didn't get it, maybe someone else will.
Right.
So you can kind of gauge it like that.
Right. Wow. It sounds like it's very like audition. Like an audition.
Yes, it's very audition, and I can tell that's why I can tell a lot of like the veteran comics who travel like, yo, it don't feel right. Like, I need the audience there. Yeah. I need this, I need that. And that goes to show that a lot of times your writing ain't that strong.
Yeah.
Your writing ain't that strong, and your writing has no diversity.
Right.
Because black people, you feed off the energy of black people.
Right.
White people want you to tell them the jokes. They want the structure.
Oh yeah, I learned that a long time ago that you really have to like work because, when I started as a comedian, you know me, I'm still physical, but at least I try to talk now. But when I first started, it was like no words. It was just look at this guy. I was just. But it worked like the first 7 times, And it was like, you gonna talk to us or what's going on? It was one of those moments. I had like an underwear with a dildo in my pants and like high boots. Yeah, what? That was my moment of like, I gotta talk. Cause I was a character. I was different characters every time out. And
oh my goodness!
I remember at the Boston Comedy Club, I was just on the floor there, a bringer show, just kind of like, what am I gonna do next? With my, what am I gonna do next moment? Like, I gotta talk to these people because the act wasn't, the physicality wasn't working. I'm like, I don't know how to talk. So. I had to walk out because I didn't know what to do. I literally sat on the stage like this for a minute, like.
Are you serious?
I did because I was new. It was a bringer show, and no one told me that you had to talk. Because I didn't follow comedy prototypically. Like I didn't like Eddie Murphy. I'm from Panama, so I'm like, I came here and I was just trying to learn English. So when my cousin told me to do comedy, was like, hey, yo, you can do that shit, yo, you can do that. Oh, yeah, they like it, Then I brought this porno guy into the mix, and that brought me down. Yeah.
Living your life.
It's sad.
Oh man.
I did comedy wrong at the beginning. I did comedy wrong. I'll be honest.
Most of us did.
Yeah, right.
Most of us did.
Yeah, I remember I did a show and Jessica Kirsten was supposed to follow me, and she couldn't because I was in a pink thong, and a black man in a pink thong with high boots was just too much, and like the thing I was saying was just, it was weird.
And she didn't want to follow you?
She couldn't. Because like the act was like, it hit them like nothing has it hit them before. It was so out there, And then she came with the person going, "Hi, I'm Jewish." Oh, that fucking guy, It took her a minute. She had to like do crowd work, like, "You guys retarded? What's wrong with you guys?" What the?
Oh my God! I
remember that shit like it was yesterday. It was like, and it was like 15 years ago.
Oh, you've been doing comedy 15 years?
Yeah. Yeah, after a while, after you do it a certain while, you start lying about it, like being a girl. Like, no, I just started.
No, I've been doing it a couple of years, I've been doing it a couple of years and everything.
It's a hobby, it's a hobby. I just,
I dabble. With the fingers, I dabble.
You got to downplay just in case you bomb and shit, right? Yeah, I told you I'm just a dabbler. You wasn't expecting a lot from me, was you?
Like, right? Like I told you. Look, forgive me, I'm new to this. So whatever I say, don't hold it against me.
Exactly.
Then why?
Now come to my Bringer show. But yeah, man, this has been a great show, man. Yo, one last request, man, because people usually don't like. That's when you know you're a good impressionist, because you've done impressions of me that I'm like, what the fuck? Is that really me? And the people around me were laughing so hard that I'm like, yeah, that is me. What the fuck? That is me. So, like, to do the outro, can you do a little sample of, like, the Tina from the open mics? I know you haven't seen me forever, but, what was the impression you used to do of me in the days of Karma?
It's like, oh, nah. Hey, come on, guys. Look, she's new. You can't do that, okay? Look, listen, guys. Okay, look. I just want to keep her here. That's it. No.
That's my kiss-ass speech. Like, it's the white girl, they got their mommy. They keep mommy, so we keep them coming back.
Wait. Look. I'm gonna put one more than you. No, I want you to go up at the end. No, you bring it in, shit. Oh no!
Yeah. Guilty. All right. This will be the last one, man. Yo, oh my fucking god. Yo, for my first host, you knocked it out the park. I can't. Fuck. If this is gonna be the gauger, I'm like, fuck. It's gonna go down from there. Like my comedy career, I peaked at the beginning, then it was like I struggled. Like, how do I do it that first time?
I'm telling you, get on the Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
And all of your you got Spotify?
Yeah. I stole my job's iPad the last day of work. I'm like, oh, ain't going. Yeah, because it was at a bar. I'm like, ain't nobody gonna come here. Yo, give me this shit.
Are you Yo.
Ain't nobody supposed to be back to notice it's gone.
Oh my God.
So they're gonna try to figure out who the thief is like in another 2 months.
We're gonna edit this part out of the report. So Tina, I wanted to say there's a way you can upload your not the video, your audio of your puns onto Spotify.
Oh.
So if you got a laptop, you got an iPad, you can go on to if you keep all of your audio sets of you doing puns in like a specific file on your computer, you can log on to your Spotify and you can upload them.
Yo, that's a great idea.
And have people come and, people log on to your Spotify, go to your Spotify page and they can listen to all of your audio tracks.
Right. Yeah.
Listen to your audio tracks.
Yeah. That's another one to add to the quarantine to do, because I've knocked out a lot, but I guess there's a lot more, and that's another good one. Thank you for that idea or whatever. You know what I mean? That's freaking awesome. And if you need the hookup for movies, let me know. You know what I'm saying? I got like a little movie hookup or whatever. You know how it is.
Yo, I'm gonna definitely do that. Because there's a couple of movies that I need. What movie came out that I wanted to watch that I didn't? Yo, if you could get Michael Jordan's The Last Dance off ESPN and send that to me, I want to watch that.
Oh, the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I got something that'll give you like all the channels. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I'll send it to you because I don't want to do it here. I'm already going to jail for one thing. You know what I mean? We don't need to.
Well, look, man. Thank you. This was a dope. Oh, by the way, my name is Rashad Bashir because he didn't introduce me in the beginning.
I wasn't gonna do it any better. Now they fucking they're like, oh shit, that's who that is. It was a Godfrey or somebody, but no, this was Rashad Bashir, one of the best comedians out there in New York City. You want energy, you want funny, you want like just this is the guy you want to book. So yo, thank you so much for joining. Oh, by the way, the name of the show is Be My Guest with Quarantine.
Be My Guest.
I
was wondering why you had that. I was wondering why you had that little Mr. Miyagi sash around your head.
I always try to hide the baldy or the beard, something. I gotta hide something. I gotta give myself a chance. You know what I'm saying? This is part of my unbum outfit.
Unbum. Unbum.
You gotta know unbum. If you're a bum, you gotta know how I'm bum. You know what I mean?
You gotta know how to unbum. Oh God.
Damn, I guess I get one too. Fuck it. Yeah, I know what I'm working with.
I'll give you one.
Yo, thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. I'll work on learning how to send it to you, but I'll definitely, be working on that. So just give me like a day or two to figure things out.
All right, man.
All right, have a good one. Say hello to the missus. What's your missus' name again?
Nicole.
Sorry. I thought she had a blacker name. And I'm like, Cornisha? Can you tell Cornisha?
Oh, all right. Damn, Tino.
Oh, damn.
Oh, nah. He got it, fell right to the.
We got to edit this shit. I got to edit all that shit out. And on a high note. All right, brother. Be good. Stay safe. And I'll be seeing you out there again, man. And you're going to be my first repeat comedian.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm looking forward to
keep those characters sharp.
Definitely.
All right, my brother. Thank you so much.